So our next topic is EFT. EFT or electronic fund transfer. It is defined as any transfer of funds initiated through an electronic terminal, telephone instrument or computer or magnetic tape so as to order, instruct or authorize a financial institution to debit or credit an account. Shortly we can say that electronic fund transfer is transferring fund from one account to another account anywhere in the world with the use of internet, and this enables this paperless banking system. That is, we are transferring funds without physical transfer of paper money. So this makes banking paperless. Now we also have SWIFT to support the system, that is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, which is set up in Europe. This SWIFT provides an interlinking between all the banks around the world through a satellite network. In India, the Gateway Bombay, maintained by the Computer Maintenance Corporation in India, is its agent, and so the Gateway Bombay provides the infrastructure for EFT in India. Now we also have the Foreign Inward Remittance Payment Scheme, FIRPS. This is a scheme for remittance of funds envisaged by the FEDI, that is the Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, and it is for the facilitating easy remittance of money from foreign countries. This FIRPS is purely meant for foreign inward remittances. Under the scheme, any NRI or foreign citizen can remit money in foreign currencies to any person in India through his bank abroad. Now it is done by the foreign bank by way of giving an order to its branch or its correspondent which is there in India, and they will give an order so as to pay this particular person named in the document with this particular amount which is remitted by the other person, and this payment will be done in Indian currency. Now the branch or this correspondent bank, what they will do is they will issue an FIRP document. That is, they will issue a document which is called the FIRP instrument in favor of the payee. The FIRP instrument is treated as a negotiable instrument, and hence it can be endorsed in settlement of claims. It can also be encashed at any branch of any commercial bank which is a member of FEDI. Now our EFT or electronic fund transfer includes cardholder initiated transactions, electronic payments by business, and electronic check clearances. Now you might have heard of NEFT, RTGS and ECS. All these are various forms of transferring funds using EFT, that is electronic fund transfers can be done through NEFT, RTGS or ECS. Now moving to the next one, that is types of interbank fund transfers. Now broadly classifying this interbank fund transfers, we can classify it on the basis of the time and also on the basis of the amount of settlement. On the basis of time, we can classify it as two, that is real time versus designated time. That is, in real time, what we do is at the very moment when this customer is giving the instruction to pay the other another account holder, at that very moment itself the amount will be transferred. They will not wait for any time. Whereas in designated time, what they do is they will have slots. So suppose our first slot is at 9 a.m. and if you are giving an instruction at 7 a.m. then all the instructions up to 9 a.m. will be queued, and at 9 a.m. all these transfers will be done together. Okay, then suppose if the next slot is at 11 a.m. then from 9 a.m. after 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. whatever transactions or whatever orders has been given, all these will be done at 11 a.m. So that is what we mean by designated time. versus real time, which is on the spot itself the fund is being transferred. Then we also have net settlement and gross settlement. Net settlement means if first let me explain gross settlement. That is, in RTGS we go for gross settlements. That is, suppose if Mr. A is an account holder of South Indian Bank, and he wishes to transfer some funds, say 5,000 rupees, to another account holder in State Bank. So in gross settlement, what happens is instantly when the account holder gives the command to transfer the account to State Bank, the entire 5,000 rupees will be transferred to the other account in or the other bank, that is to State Bank. Whereas in net settlement, what happens is, suppose if you have Mr. A, who is an account holder in South Indian Bank, and we also have Mr. B, who is an account holder in State Bank. Just a moment. Okay. So if we have A, who is from South Indian Bank, and we have B, who is from State Bank. Now what happens is, now A, and also we say we also have another person who is C, again from South Indian Bank, and we also have D, who is from State Bank. Okay. Suppose you have A, who wishes to transfer 5,000 rupees to B. Okay, he wishes to transfer 5,000 rupees to B, that is from South Indian Bank to State Bank. Another person is there, that is D, who wants to transfer 3,000 rupees to C. Okay. Now in net settlement, what happens is, so we are only taking the net, that is 5,000 should move from South Indian Bank to State Bank, whereas 3,000 should move from State Bank to South Indian Bank. So the net transaction of 2,000 rupees only will be transferred from South Indian Bank to State Bank. This is what we mean by net transfers. Now, so on the basis of the interbank fund transfers can be classified as real time versus designated time, net settlement versus gross settlement. Now let us move to NEFT and RTGS in the next video.